So Newsom just handed California to Chad Bianco, and Trump helped. We're going to talk about all that and more. Why is Newsom paying more money for more expensive gas when there's offers on the table from the Trump administration to get cheaper gas? You just can't make this stuff up. Talk all about that and more right after this. Guys, before we get into today's video, I'm going to talk about the giveaway that's on the channel right now, as the Ram 3500 diesel is about sold out in extra entries, and the 1969 Dodge Charger with the Hellcat is up with extra entries. Once again, it is back up and the entries are pretty dope, so definitely go check it out. Link in the description down below, tk'sgarage.bigcartel.com. All right, so we got to talk about this, man. So Newsom literally has so much hatred for the Trump administration that they would rather pay almost double for oil to get oil from international sources to make gasoline than to take the oil that the Trump administration has offered them. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. And by doing so, the average price of a gallon of gas in California is going to be over $7 a gallon, probably this coming week. I just got back out here. I just been out here in Las Vegas here recently, and seeing the $5.55 a gallon shit for gas is absolutely insane. Not saying it's any cheaper out where I'm at most of the time now, out in Mississippi, right? It's still, $4 a gallon, $3.85 some places if you're lucky, but you're still at like around $4 a gallon, even in the Southeast, right? So it's not like it's that big of a drop in fuel cost, right? What I find interesting is Newsom is so big about trying to help a Democrat win that he'd rather screw his constituents, he'd rather screw the citizens and have you guys all pay more money for gas. He'd rather you all pay more money for fuel and hurt you guys every single day than to take the oil from Trump and have cheaper gas prices. Literally can't make this up. And in doing so, with Trump endorsing Hilton, there's such a large group of anti-Trump people in California that people that wouldn't come out and vote will literally come out and vote because Trump endorsed Hilton, right? Well, that voting block has to go somewhere, right? They're also tired of the shit that's going on with the, with the blue side, right? With the Democrats. So it looks like, from everything that's running right now, and that's polls, talking to people on the street, it looks like Chad Bianco could win this governor's race running away, and Newsom literally just sealed it for him by taking the more expensive oil from international sources, which is going to make the price of gasoline go through the frickin' roof. We've seen those gas pumps, we've seen those stations that are $10 a gallon, $9 a gallon, all of that. We've seen all that, all right? That's all real. But the average price, we're talking about the average price, so what you're gonna see at pretty much every gas station in California is gonna be over $7. And it's just so crazy that we've got to this point. You know what I'm saying? It's just so crazy that we've got to this point that that Newsom literally hates the administration, the Trump administration, so much that they'd rather screw their constituents and in the process screw the Democrat candidates for governor Because everybody's going to be like, we don't want to keep these guys because look at how much we're paying for everything. Let's get these guys out of here. And that's what I think is going to happen. I think they're going to get them out of there. And I think we're going to see an actual massive change in terms of Bianco basically being your next sheriff. I mean, not your next sheriff, your next governor. The sheriff becoming your next governor. I think it's a good thing. I think, like, look, if I have to have Hilton, fine. I don't have a problem with Hilton if I have to, okay? But do I want Hilton? No, I'd rather, and I'm only going by what Bianco has said. And the biggest thing for me, if I want to buy a place in California, the only way I do that is if the right person is the governor there. The right policies and stuff are there. And right now, I got to tell you, it's got to be, if it's Bianco, I like it. And I'll tell you why. I like it because of everything he said. He's like, we limit these DMV fees. We bring down DMV fees down to $25. We limit we shut down the California Air Resource Board on day one. We get rid of this stupid gas blend. They get rid of all of this stuff that the California Air Resource Board does. And before, you guys that are just ignorant, especially people who live there, they're just so dumb. They don't understand. They're like, oh no, the legislature has no control over that. The executive branch in that state government, which is the governor, is what formed the California Air Resource Board, and they can disband it at any time. Any governor, at any time. Your services are no longer required. Bye. So, I think all of this recent news bodes extremely well for Bianco. And if you're in California, relief is coming. Especially if you're smart enough. If you go out there and vote, if he ends up making it to the final ballot, in November, and you guys go out there and vote, I think you have a real chance to have some real change and get some relief from all of the bullshit that you guys pay for out there. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.